right, the Minecraft movie. What a fun experience that was. I am not a big fan of 3D and I haven't been for a long time, but recently I'm actually really starting to like it. It was like, I don't know, I think Star Wars Force Awakens was the last 3D movie I watched in a movie theater. We ended up having to sit kind of close to the screen, and it was, I guess I was tired. I don't know what it was. The kids were little, they were fidgeting with their glasses, and I just left with a headache, and I was like, I'm done with the 3D movies. But recently, I've been getting back into it. I found a cheap 3D TV at a thrift store, and I started picking up some cheap 3D Blu-ray movies, and I was like, let me just give this another try. And then I got into it. I was like, wow, this is actually a whole nother experience to watching some of these movies. I actually recently been picking up some 3D Blu-rays, and I've been really enjoying rewatching some of these movies in 3D. So when I saw that the Minecraft movie was coming out in REALD 3D, we went to this show on April 4th, and so they were giving out posters. So we got some posters, which was cool. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to give 3D another try. I've been enjoying watching it on the TV at home. Let me give it another try at the movie theater. And I was pleasantly surprised. I actually really enjoyed watching the Minecraft movie in 3D. Now, it wasn't great at first. Sometimes I found myself kind of like pulling the glasses up and down. I'm like, is this really in 3D? But as the movie progressed, and it's really more as they went into the whole Minecraft world, that the 3D just got better and better and better. And towards the end of the movie, it was just great. It looked awesome. And, you know, it had some great depth. And I wish there was some more pop out. There was some. I do like the pop out, especially kind of that slower motion pop out where you can really see it coming out of the screen. But I think overall, it really made the experience great. I really enjoyed it. So this is a movie that the critics have just picked apart. No storyline. The characters are weak, and they shouldn't have cast this guy for this and that. And it was just, I don't know. I think Jack Black did a great job as Steve. Jason Momoa. Okay, this is what I want to talk about. Garrett the Garbage Man. He is such a stud. He is such an 80s stud. I love that character. There's this scene towards the beginning of his video game store. I think Game Over World is what it's called, something like that. So anyways, he has this retro video game store, and there's so many little cool Easter eggs in that store. Like just little things. If you watched it or if you've seen it, tell me what some of the things were that you saw. I saw some really cool things. I don't want to spoil anything if y'all haven't seen the movie yet, but there was some really cool things. Plus, I loved the old arcades that were in there. It really had a very cool 80s vibe and the 80s music, and it was really cool. I loved that part of it. His outfit was awesome, and he was wearing his cool pit vipers. It was he made that movie a lot better too. Him and Jack Black, I think, both did a great job. The movie was directed by Jared Hess. I've always loved his movies. Nacho Libre is one of my favorite movies with Jack Black in it, and obviously we all love Napoleon Dynamite. It's funny because when that one first came out, I was like, this is kind of a weird, corny movie, but the more and more I watched it, the more and more I love it, and it's just a classic for me. But yeah, anyways, so the movie was something that I think was a huge surprise to everyone. Critics made it sound like it was going to be the worst thing in the world, and everybody just showed up. The theaters were selling out. Kids were going crazy. Popcorn was flying. I believe they made over 150 million in the U.S. on the first weekend, 300 million worldwide just in that first weekend. Everyone's rumor is that it's gonna surpass $1 billion. So that's pretty amazing. I think to me, I think we need more movies just like this one. Just lighthearted, family-friendly, fun, easy to watch. Just go and forget about everything and just kind of laugh and enjoy it. I'm kind of, as I get older, I find myself just really, I don't really care to go to the movie to get stressed out anymore. I just kind of am looking for something to help me revive myself and to get a release from all the stresses of the world. And this movie did it for me. It was great. Now, as far as the Minecraft side of it, I've played Minecraft a little bit with my kids when they were younger. So I'm pretty familiar with it, but not super familiar with it like they are. So I had my 3 younger kids went with me, which they're not young anymore, but they went with me, and we watched it in 3D at the matinee, because the matinee was a little cheaper. So we went during the matinee. There was several families with kids in there, and they were loving it and cheering and laughing, and we were all laughing throughout it. But my daughter went, and she went that night with all of her college friends, and she said it was crazy. There was popcorn flying and people cheering, and I had no idea it was going to be that crazy. So we thoroughly enjoyed it in 3D. We really liked it. I thought it brought a whole new element to the movie. My daughter that went with her college friends, she's in college, went with her friends, and they watched it in 2D and loved it as well. So I kind of think that people are forgetting about this whole 3D side of things, and it really it gives you a whole nother element to the movies. I really hope that this Minecraft movie gets a 3D Blu-ray release, because that would be one I would enjoy to watch at home. I really like watching the 3D Blu-ray at home. I'm rewatching all these movies. I mean, I've been starting to pick up. I've got quite a bit more than this. These are just some of the recent ones I picked up. But this, I feel like this movie was very much kind of like the Pixels movie, just fun and corny and great to watch. But I've been getting them from the thrift stores for pretty cheap. I've been, buying some as I see them for a good deal online too. And, I never really liked Avatar, but I bought these 2. I watched the first one, and I haven't watched the second one yet, but I actually kind of liked it this time because it was in 3D, and I thought it was really cool, and it was made for 3D. So we'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. But man, this Minecraft movie, I had no idea it was going to be such a big thing. They've got the toys at the stores. They've got the Happy Meals with the toys inside. This is one my daughter picked up yesterday, and I kind of snatched it from her so we could take a peek at it. The milk. What is up? They got green Minecraft milk. Before we go any further, let's try it out. Let's see what green Minecraft milk tastes like. So Walmart has all the toys. Target's got all the toys. McDonald's has got all the Happy Meal Minecraft toys now. And by the way, when we went to McDonald's to get the Happy Meal for my daughter, there was like 20-year-olds in there with their Happy Meals, with their Minecraft toys out. I was like, this is such a following. There's such a big following for this with that generation. I mean, they were genius when they made this movie. They knew exactly who their target audience was, and they made the movie for them. They didn't care about the people that don't understand Minecraft. And by the way, if you don't really know anything about Minecraft or understand it, this may not be the movie for you. But for those who are familiar with it, and these kids and families with kids, I think it was perfect. It's exactly what they like. But anyway, so green milk, all the toys, all the things that are going on. But let's try this green milk. It's Minecraft vanilla flavored green low fat milk. It says, shake well and pour. All right, let's give it a try. Okay. It does taste like vanilla milk, but it kind of creeps me out. All right, let's you know what? While we're here, let's look at the toy. Let's look at the Minecraft toy from the Happy Meal from McDonald's. So there's several different things you can get. I guess they piece together in this little Minecraft world. I think that Garrett the Garbage Man he's my hero. He's my idol in this movie. So hopefully we get him. Oh, that's so cool. All right. That's fun. All right. Enough of that. You know what? Look, why don't we just open this while we're at it too? We've got this Minecraft movie little figure bag. I think it's got I don't know what kind of little figures these are. I got this for my daughter, but I guess I get to open it and then give it to her. Let's see what it is. It's a mystery. It's going to have one of these people in it. Can we go 2 for 2 and get another Garrett the Garbage Man Garrison? Let's see. Okay. Okay. There we go. Here we go. What do we have? What did we get? Oh, okay. We got the skeleton. Cool. Hey, is it like a keychain or something? I don't know. Hey, that's kind of cool. I don't know if I'd spend money on that again, but there you go. So, anyways, I really think that we need more movies like this. Like I said, I think that this has proven that people, family, kids are looking for some just lighthearted, fun, corny movies. I feel like back in the 90s, they were just pumping out family-friendly, just corny movies that were just, you go back and watch them, you're like, wow, those were just so corny. But I think that's what people are looking for. I think people are kind of over all the political stuff. I think they're over some of this hardcore, real violent and just, just sick movies. I think they just want something that's fun they can take their kids to and not have to worry about it. So I think this movie kind of fit into that category. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed watching it in 3D. Like I said, I've been picking up some 3Ds. I've probably got about 30 or 40 of them in the last couple of weeks that I've been trying to go through. I went to the thrift store and found some more movies like, Hercules 3D for $1. I don't know if that's going to be any good, but you know what? For $1, I'm going to watch it. I have been getting some of these Avengers Blu-rays in 3D because I really like the Avengers movies. Probably most of you don't know this, but I actually worked as a motion capture performer in Avengers. And so I was actually in this movie. You don't see me because I look very different, but I have done a lot of work, with the green screen or blue screen in the background. And as a motion capture performer, I got to work with some really cool people. Got to learn a lot of good stuff, but it's hard. It's hard. You're actually out there trying to act a certain way and you can't tell what is around you. You have very, very little reference. Sometimes they'll kind of give you a poster artwork rendition of what it's going to look like, but you're just kind of guessing most of the time. But it was so fun. The opportunities I had to work on there was so fun. So that was cool. I've been watching this. This looked amazing in 3D. I actually, when it came out in the movie theater and I went to see it, because I was like, this is so cool. I get to go see myself in the movie theater, but I went and watched it in 2D. I didn't care to watch it in 3D. And then I just recently watched it in 3D and I was like, that looks amazing in 3D. It was so cool. Ant-Man, just got that one. I've been watching in 3D. So a bunch of Marvel ones we're watching. I would love to do a ranking video, which ones I think they did the best job and maybe the worst job of the Marvel movies in 3D. So look for that. That's something I might do. And I've got a whole bunch of them to go through, like I said, but this is something I think it's fun. I actually really hope they bring 3D back. I hope they figure out a way to bring 3D TVs back, because they quit making them in 2016, so almost 10 years ago. So what's out there is just TVs that are used, and I think you can find them pretty cheap. So if it's something you want to get into now, that was one of the things that kind of turned me off a while ago, was they were so expensive. I was like, these 3D TVs are a fortune. I don't want to spend a ton of money on it. And so, now, like, knowing that you can buy them used for 20, 30, 40 bucks, some of them are more expensive because there was some high-end ones that came out later on. There were actually 4K TVs that have really good 3D pictures, but you can get into it pretty cheap now. And they still make projectors that you can watch 3D movies on, and that's a whole nother setup that gets a little more complicated. But I think if you're looking to get into the 3D scene, now is a good time where you can buy some of these TVs that are used for cheap, start picking up some of the 3D Blu-rays, start building up your collection, and start experiencing these movies in a whole nother way. And the cool thing, on this channel, I have a lot of 80s content. I literally have thousands of videos that I'm trying to get through and digitalize. I'm just a dad who is trying to support his 4 kids and take care of the family, and so my time is the problem. But I have a system of digitalizing these old VHSs where I can upscale them and make them look a lot better. My mom literally took a video camera with her everywhere we went, so it's like my whole childhood is documented from the 80s and 90s on, and we have a lot of cool stuff. So I'm trying to get through all that, but I love 80s content. I love to talk about 80s content on this channel, and that's kind of why I wanted to talk about this movie, because I wasn't expecting there to be so much 80s goodness in this movie. It was awesome. I loved it. I think this Halloween I'm probably going to dress up as Garrett the Garbage Man Garrison, because he was just so 80s cool. Um, so I'm really looking forward to getting into some of the old 80s 3D movies, because there was quite a few that came out back in the 80s that were in 3D, and you can now watch them because they're reproducing them on Blu-ray. And like Jaws 3, I watched that the other night, and there's this like floating fish head that's coming out of the screen at you, or this floating arm. I mean, it's kind of corny, but it's fun. It makes it fun. And so I'd like to get into this 3D thing a little bit more. But what a fun movie that was. If you've had a chance to see it in 3D, let me know what you thought of it. If you haven't, are you considering going back to rewatch it in 3D? Or is it 3D something that just doesn't even like interest you at all? Let me know. And let me know what some of those 80s like Easter eggs that you noticed in that movie were. There was a lot of, I guess for the Minecraft side of things, there was so many references to Minecraft. I got some of them. My kids got all of them. I found myself throughout the movie constantly going, is that actually in Minecraft? And they're like, yeah, that's actually in it. And when the little baby zombie is riding the chicken, I'm like, is that really part of it? And they're like, yeah, that's really part of it. And that little zombie's like the one that hurts you the worst. And so I thought, I maybe I need to go back and see some of the old Minecraft stuff again and kind of get some of those references and some of those characters that they put in there. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I really, really hope, Jared Hess, if you're listening, and the producers, that you will put out a 3D Blu-ray of this movie so that we can enjoy it at home. So anyways, thanks for joining me today on this movie review. Hope you enjoyed the movie. If you haven't seen it yet, hey, this is one I'd go see at the movie theater. You never know, popcorn might go flying. It might be something crazy, so be prepared. All right, take care.